Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I guess I have some stuff to say. So here we go. Why are things so fucking hard to say when they are so deep and they cut so deep? When something cuts so deep, it's so freaking hard to say. And I had all this planned out. I'd planned what I wanted to say, and I've got it written behind, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so I'm gonna try. So I'm kind of reading, yeah. I realized something last night. I feel miserable all the time lately. My life is so hard to live. I don't leave the house anymore. I haven't felt the grass under my feet in years. I haven't gone to the beach and felt the sand between my toes. And I haven't been out in the environment and in nature where I feel most at peace. I haven't smelt the fresh air of outside for many, many moons. I'm missing out on a world outside my house, outside my little world, the, the world of sitting in a room, in a chair for most of my day, sitting, wondering, thinking, how can I dig myself out of this hole? How can I change what I am? And trying to work out why I am how I can be me and be how I am, and how I can how I can live in my skin comfortably again. That's what it comes down to. I'm not happy in my own skin anymore, not because of reasons why you might think though. It's really hard. So I feel like I'm not good enough for the world I live in. I'm constantly seen as less of a person because of how I look, less of a person because of what I am. People make me feel like I need to hide away and be ashamed of myself. But the only thing I'm ashamed of is that I let these people get to me. I let these people break me. I stopped going out, and now I hide away in my house where it's safe. Safe from judgment. Safe from people telling me what they think about me. People who think they have the right to tell me how revolting I am because of my body. People who truly believe that it is their right to, as people that, I don't know, I honestly, I don't understand people. I don't understand how people can be so cruel. So I hide away in my house, safe from judgment. Being hidden away, I can protect my husband from people judging him for being with someone who looks like me. Being hidden away, people can't judge my child for who her mum is. Being hidden, I can hide within myself. You know, I used to be a strong person. I used to be strong and proud. But over time, people chipped away at me, breaking me a little bit more every time they felt the need to tell me what they think of me or judge me. I used to walk my child to school, rain or shine. I walked her to school, you know, even with my swollen legs. And, you know, I managed to waddle 2.5 kilometers. I got there, I made it, and it was such an achievement every day to get out and do it. And even though I was in agony, I was in pain, like pain that I can't even describe. But I did it. I walked my child. I held her hand and I walked her to school, and I gave her a kiss at the gate and told her I love her and sent her to school, and I made sure that no matter what, I made myself do it. Even though it was hard to walk and it was hard to face people, I did it because I love my daughter so much, and I wanted to, be a good mum and walk her. It used to take it out of me all day after the walk. I was exhausted, physically just drained, but not only physically, but mentally broken every day. It was something new every day. It was just a mental strain every single day, going out and being judged and being tormented because of my body. This is me, this is my body, and this is me, and I don't want to be judged for who I am or what I am, and I don't understand why people do it. Honestly, like, I don't understand people. I used to call it the walk of shame, and sometimes the walk of shame was, it was alright. I got to talk to this old man. He's 96 and he was a war vet. He'd tell me about the area and his life and all his stories, and it's just an amazing thing to experience every few days. He'd see me coming and I could see it in his eyes, and he'd smile and he was just so happy to see me. He'd come out really fast from his house, and just, it was the highlight of his day to have a chat, and and it made me feel really good too, talking to someone. And he didn't really get that many visitors, so it was really nice. And it was a really nice part of walking. Also, one day it was raining, and it was pouring. It wasn't just raining, it was absolutely pouring. There was, maybe yay much water, sitting on the road and the paths, and, my umbrella, it didn't cover that much of me. Maybe my head and my shoulders, but the rest of me, not really. And a lady a stranger who I never met, don't know, pulled up and asked me if I wanted a lift. And it made me realize that, that everyone's not all bad. There are nice people and kind people and genuine people still in this world. For a stranger to offer me a lift, I declined the lift, but it made me feel really good to know that there are people out there who really do care still. I had a lady tell me that I inspire her one day. Seeing me out walking every day, she said it motivated her husband, who was a very large person as well, and it motivated him to, want to get out and exercise more and do more, things. And it made me feel really good, it made me feel really nice that I could inspire someone and I could motivate someone. And walking home that day, I had a spring in my step and I felt so good. I felt amazing. I felt like I could take on the world that day, just because it felt really good. It felt amazing. But with the good came much more bad. I had people look at me, staring as I walked by, laughing, muttering things under their breath so I could hear it. People would cross the road so they didn't have to walk on the path next to me. I had people yell things from cars at me. Probably the most hurtful event, I guess you could say, was a bunch of people in a car drove past. They slowed down and they were like laughing really loud and like, yelling all sorts of things out. But what hurt me most, and I will never forget this as long as I live. What hurt me most was my child was with me and these people did it in front of my child. And my little girl, she squeezed my hand a little tighter and said, "Mummy, it's okay, don't listen to them." And I realized at that point that people judging me affected not only me but my family. My daughter started high school this year, 2016. I've not been to a new school. The kids don't know she has a mother who looks like I do. When she was applying to schools to attend the interview process, the parents are expected to go and do with the interviews and kind of thing. I was so scared that they would judge me and they would judge my daughter because of how I look, that I didn't go to the interviews. I had my husband go and I had my sister go as my replacement. Anything which requires me to go, I send my sister. People just assume she is me and she doesn't correct them with it. So it kind of, but I'm so embarrassed that I have my sister to. I'm so embarrassed that I have to have my sister stand in for me. I should be the one at my child's events and school celebrations. I'm missing out on my daughter's childhood and life outside this house. I don't want to be the person who hides away anymore. I want to live. I want to be able to say, "This is me, look at me. I love myself. I truly do." When I look in the mirror, I see me. I don't see something revolting. I don't see something I'm ashamed of. I see me. I see a mum, a sister, a daughter, an auntie, a wife. I don't see a fat, disgusting person. I just see me. I don't have an issue with my weight regarding how I look. I never have had issues with how I look. I don't obsess over being thin or, I don't aspire to be a certain beauty. I don't, looks have not been the top of my priority. I don't care about what people look like, and I really don't care what I look like. We all come in different shapes and sizes, and that's that's something that's, it's good in the world, having people, all sorts of people in the world. And I'm not going to be ashamed of myself. I'm not going to be embarrassed and hate my body. I'm not going to hate myself like everyone want me to do. People expect me to be disgusted and revolted, and they expect me to just they expect me to feel about myself the way they feel about me, and how they feel about my body, and I don't feel that. I don't think anyone should feel it. I don't think people should hate themselves. I don't think people should be disgusted with themselves. I don't think people should feel uncomfortable in their own body. At the moment, I'm too big. I can't live the life I want to live. When I was, for example, 150 kilos, I lived like any other human. I could walk, I could run, I could dance, I could do everything everyone else could do. And whatever I wanted to possibly do, I could do that at that size. And I was content, I didn't, I didn't see myself as fat. And I certainly didn't let my weight hold me back. I certainly didn't let, it didn't hold me back. I was a regular person. But it all changed with the last bit of weight. The last bunch of weight has really affected me dramatically. It's affected my life, just severely affected it. One day, my legs just started to swell up, and I was always fat, chubby, pear shape, big thighs, big bum. My shape was, wide, didn't really have much of a tummy, you know, I just was wide. But my shape changed. It changed really fast. You know, within 7 months, I had gained an extreme amount of weight, and it was all in my legs. My legs were just expanding and expanding, and you know, like, and I went from, you know, like this normal person, you know, yeah, I was fat, but you know, I was, you know, bigger, but I was a normal person. I could live a normal life. I could walk, I could run, I could, you know, I could do everything that I wanted to do, and then I couldn't, you know, in 7 months, everything was turned upside down, and um, 7 months, everything turned upside down. My life's never been the same. My legs are still growing. Story of my life. My legs destroyed my life. Literally, like, but it's not really, yeah, I'm not going to go into all that right now, but my life hasn't been the same since all of that. Yeah, of course, I'd like to lose some weight, but I don't want to lose weight because the ideal is thin. I want to lose weight because I want to live life. Simple as that. I mean, I'm very comfortable with my body. I always have been. You know, I think that everyone should be able to love themselves and be happy with themselves and feel happiness when they look at themselves. And generally, I do. But what gets to me is the way people make me feel about myself. It's the judgment and the pressure and they're constantly telling me I'm not good enough. They're constantly telling me I'm disgusting, and they're constantly making me feel like I'm a piece of shit, less of a human that I don't like. You know, it's all of that stuff. It's not you know, it's it's not that I hate myself. It's that I hate the way people treat me now. I realize now though, I can't change how people see me, um, and there's nothing I can do to make people see me differently. You know, and people will judge you no matter what size, shape. You know, people will always judge you whether you're underweight, overweight. You're too short, too tall, too short, too thin, too. You know, people will always judge you. It is just how it is. You know, you're never gonna fit an ideal of for every single person, and you know, understand that. I realize I can't change how people see me, but I can change how I feel about myself. I can let go of the fear of what people think of me. I can let go of the care of the what people think of me. People I don't even know. Why should I care what they think? You know, like, why should I care? I can let go of that. And if I choose to go out, I can go out and enjoy the world just like everyone else. I have a right to go out and enjoy the world just like everyone else. And I think I'm going to, you know, I think I'm going to start going out again. You know, I'm going to enjoy the world. I can be the person in control of my life and not let other people control me. So I made this YouTube video and to say, hi world, this is me, and I'm not ashamed of myself, and I won't be letting people's opinions control me anymore. I'm going to make videos and I'm going to be me, and if you don't like that, that's tough because I'm not going anywhere. And you're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the tears, the breakdowns, the, you know, the everything you're going to see. But you'll also see the happiness and the joy I experience. So come along with me on a journey, finding myself again. Honestly, like, it's going to be hard, but I'm ready. I'm ready to I'm ready to take on the world. I'm ready to do all the things I want to do. I have so many dreams and ambitions, and I feel like I can really achieve them now. Now that I've let go, you know, now that I'm realizing that if I don't let go, I'm gonna suffer because I'm gonna live in my house. I'm gonna end up dying in my house and not seeing the world again. You know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person who just. I don't want to be the person who is forgotten about, hidden away. I want to be able to live life, and I want to be able to, you know, fulfill all the ambitions and dreams that I have. You know, I have dreams like everyone else, and you know, I had a life plan. You know, like I had my whole life planned out in some regards. You know, like I wanted to buy a little farm and you know have a vegetable garden, and you know I wanted to you know have more children. I mean, you know, I wanted to do so much with my life, and I've really lost myself along the way. But I'm gonna document my journey, and I'm gonna use YouTube as a driving force in my motivation to change. And this is the hardest thing to do. Like it is so hard to make this video because I'm exposing myself. I'm exposing myself to the world, and I know that you know I can feel it already. I can feel the judgment already. I can feel it already. Like that's how much I know that people are gonna judge me, but I'm ready for it, you know? Bring it on, you know. I'm not gonna let anyone control me anymore, and you know, yep. Okay. That feels like I've just had a huge weight lifted off my back, you know. So you guys, I'm excited for you guys to all come on a journey with me, and I hope I can make some good videos. I hope that I can um show you me.